Hey Keto Wizards, are you excited about the Super
Ooh, I don't know. Can we actually say
Oh no we can't. Are you ready for the big game?
Hey, there's this big game. There's something super that's gonna happen real soon.
Yeah, nice bowl.
All right, so hey everybody, we definitely want to say welcome back to Keto Wizards, and we have some great recipes going on here today. Man, what are we doing?
We're gonna smoke some wings. I wanted to smoke some wings today because we've been having so much fun smoking things. I've never done smoked wings before, and I decided to get a little crazy.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with getting crazy with it.
And we are going to brine the wings to
Ooh.
keep them nice and juicy in the smoker.
Right.
And
Gonna pop in some flavor in there.
I've come up with 3 different brines for us to try.
3?
Yeah.
Man, that is crazy.
That is crazy, but I've learned that if you do it properly, if you brine it and then smoke it, that the flavor of just the naked wing itself is supposed to be phenomenal. Like, you don't need to sauce it or keep your sauce on the side. So I wanted to put an emphasis in the brine with a lot of flavor in the brine. And if you're not aware of what brining is, it's basically salt and water. And you put your meat in it and you soak it for a certain amount of time before you cook it.
That really sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm super excited to give this a try. I, of course, love smoking all kinds of meat, so I am definitely down with this.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I think it's gonna be absolutely super.
Okay. Now we're gonna put everything in the bowl.
Okay, cool. All right, so we have our wonderful bowl right here that happens.
It's super.
It's super, it's definitely super. All right, so what are we starting with?
Okay, so this is the fun part, and this is what inspired me for this recipe. Is I had just finished a jar of dill pickles, and I usually reserve the dill pickle juice because it's a really good hydrating, electrolyte building juice, especially after a hard run or workout. So I keep it handy, but we are going to use it to brine our dill pickle wings.
Oh, dill pickle wings.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds like a nice southern barbecue kind of a deal.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm definitely down with that.
So I have 2 cups of pickle juice. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 cups of pickle juice. That's gonna be our first ingredient.
All right. So, pickle juice.
And then we're gonna also add an additional 2 cups of just water.
2 cups of water?
Yep.
Cool, cool.
If you do not have pickle juice on hand or that much, basically the ratio you're gonna look at is 1 cup of water to 1 teaspoon of salt. So,
okay.
So we're gonna also add 2 teaspoons of just basic kosher salt to balance the 2 cups of water we have in there. We've also got half a teaspoon of smoked paprika and a teaspoon of cracked black pepper.
That looks fantastic.
We're gonna add that. We got, basically this is a teaspoon of dried dill. If you can get fresh dill, I'd go with 2 teaspoons of fresh dill. Mm-hmm. And then we also have 2 teaspoons of mustard seed going with.
Ah, so it's kind of like a traditional pickling kind of a deal. That kind of goes well with the pickling.
Yeah, so we're gonna put that in there. And then we're gonna also add 2 tablespoons of just avocado oil, just to kind of help bind it, kind of like a marinade.
Cool.
Give that a whisk. Making sure that the salt is dissolving. That's the crucial.
The key, right? That's the
yeah,
crucial thing.
that's the crucial.
We want that salt to be fully dissolved, get in all of the little bits and pieces of our chicken wings.
And we went with kosher salt just because I had coarse kosher salt on hand. You can also do pink Himalayan or Celtic sea salt, whatever you prefer, but I mean, your brine is going to be wasted. You're not going to have a lot of it going forward. So however expensive salt you want to go, it's up to you. So we went kosher. And then we have approximately about 3 pounds of chicken wings. And we have the paddles and the drums. These were just some Costco wings, but if you have fresh wings, you could do the whole wings where the drum and the paddle are together. Right. But with smoking those, you're gonna get like burnt tips. So it's usually good to already section them when you smoke them.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're just gonna plop these right in there?
Yeah, we're gonna put those in there.
All right, and I do promise I did wash my hands, so.
And you shall again.
And I shall again. It's a never-ending battle. All right, these are gonna go right into the fridge?
Yeah, they're gonna go in the fridge. We want to brine them for about an hour and a half to 2 hours before we put them on the smoker. And we're gonna show you 2 other brines that we have for you. And we're gonna get those all brining so we can smoke these.
Awesome.
And you can see how the liquid, you want the liquid to make sure to cover all your wings. Make sure they're nice and submerged. If you want halfway, you could probably toss them a little bit to make sure everything's kind of dispersed.
Round 2 on the chicken wings.
All right, our next brine that we have here, this one is going to be a jalapeno cilantro brine. Yeah.
Jalapeno cilantro.
Yes.
It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of garlic in there too.
A little bit, some lime juice, and we're actually gonna add some Lakanto sweetener. It's gonna be a sweet.
Ooh, kind of a sweet heat thing we're doing here? I like it.
I hope.
like it.
All right, so this one, I scoured my pickled jalapenos, and I got a cup of jalapeno juice to start with.
That'll work.
So we've got that.
You got the pickled jalapeno juice. Pop that in there.
All right, so after the jalapeno juice, we're gonna add
3 cups of regular water. Sweet. Well, the water's not sweet, but.
purified water.
All right.
All right, and then we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
Salting the brine. We're gonna add, we chopped up 2 jalapenos, just fresh jalapenos, and then that is about a teaspoon of fresh diced garlic.
Yep.
It was like
it was like
small,
three small.
3 small cloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of garlic.
So those are all going into our bowl. Our bowl that's quite super.
It's super. Look at that super bowl we have. So we're gonna do some fresh cilantro. I've got, it's a little over, it's about 2 tablespoons of fresh cilantro. It was what I had left in the fridge. I'm probably gonna throw some stems in there too, just to kind of boost the flavor, because again, once the chicken comes out of the brine, it's wasted anyway. So might as well throw that in there for flavor. We got some fresh lime.
Some fresh limes, and we just kind of wedged them up. We're just gonna squeeze some juice in there, and we're gonna plop the whole piece right in there, right? We do want to get some of that juice out.
As much as we can. And then we have, that's a half teaspoon. We're gonna do it's smoked chipotle pepper.
Yeah.
So just gonna give it a little bit more of a smoky flavor, kind of that unique flavor that chipotle brings.
Yep.
We are going to sweeten it up with half a cup. We're using Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. But you can use whatever sweetener you like, but we use about half a cup. And then 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, or whatever oil you'd like to use. And 3 pounds of chicken. Oh,
we'll give that just a little bit of a whisk here. So make sure we get
the salt and the
salt
sugar.
and the sugar. We want to get that kind of dissolve that up. All right, and then 3 pounds of chicken we're plopping in there.
3 pounds of chicken. And just make sure everything's covered in there. And that is also going to sit in the brine for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
You gotta remember, chicken wings are kind of small, so you can over brine them.
Yeah,
right?
so I did read a few recipes that were saying to brine them overnight, but many of them were saying shorter is better. Otherwise, you're gonna get a really, really salty wing, because there is a high fat content in wings, and it's gonna soak all that in.
Right. All right, so I'm gonna wash my hands. We're gonna get that in the fridge.
Next brine coming up.
Round 3.
Yes.
Right?
This is our 3rd brine.
3rd brine for the day.
This is our 3rd brine, Brian.
Brine. We're not brining today.
We're brine.
Sometimes I have been accused of being a little salty, but.
Brine.
Right.
Okay, last one. This one's super simple. What I really wanted out of this is a really heavy garlic flavor.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna do that, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going with 4 cups of nice clean water.
Clean water. Please use clean water. Don't use dirty water.
And then we went with 4 teaspoons of kosher salt.
And I think I measured this accurately. I hope.
I trusted you.
I may have lost count of how many teaspoons.
I trust you.
And then, like you said, we're going heavy on the garlic, right?
Yeah, so I think we went with like about six fat cloves.
Fat cloves, the fattest cloves we could find in the bulb.
Because we're gonna eat these and we like garlic.
Yeah,
so
I love garlic.
If you want to scale it back a little bit, if you're like our friend Chuck who thinks garlic's too spicy.
Chuck's weird.
Chuck's weird.
All right, and then freshly ground black pepper?
Yeah, there's about a teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, yeah.
Man.
I almost just did the peppercorns, but I mean, I had a pepper grinder. Might as well get that flavor out there.
Right, make it pop. And then we got some olive oil this time, right?
Yeah, instead of avocado oil, I figured with the garlic, I mean, I think olive oil would be.
That's fantastic. And you know, you may be thinking, well, I thought you don't cook at high heat with olive oil, but
it's
we're
gonna be
smoking, people.
Yeah,
We're
it's gonna be
smoking. We're not
negligible.
doing high heat.
Yeah, it's not gonna fry. And then I had some sprigs of rosemary, so we're gonna throw in some fresh rosemary just right in the bowl there.
Yeah, a little bit of a trick. If you kind of rub it,
Get the oils.
kind of get the oils going
Yeah,
in it a
and
little
plus
bit.
your hand will smell awesome.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Brian's gonna walk around being like,
Woo!
hey guys,
Oh, fantastic.
I gotta walk over here.
All right, so we're just gonna give that a little bit of a stir.
Nice and simple. And another 3 pounds of wings.
Alrighty. I think we can handle that. Ooh. Splash. No splash.
So we're gonna let these sit with our other ones, and we are going to hurry up and wait for them to brine.
Yeah,
And
How long do they get a brine for?
we're going about 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna smoke them. And we're gonna smoke them at like 250 degrees.
250 degrees for about between an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. So just going to take a look at what they look like depending. So it's a short smoke.
Yeah, it's really, really quick. It's really easy. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, this big super bowl of chicken is going to be perfect for the big game.
Awesome. Can't wait for it.
I know. Look at these wings.
These wings look amazing.
I'm really excited.
It's super.
It's super.
So we should have put them in a bowl.
No, but we have this lovely platter.
Yes, we do have this amazing platter. We love this platter.
That was donated to us.
It's a beautiful platter.
All right, so.
So we're gonna go left to right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so starting on this side, we have our dill pickle brined wings.
Should we try that?
We're definitely gonna try those.
Okay, ready?
All right, yeah. Are you a drum person?
I'm actually a paddle person.
You're a paddle person? I could go either way.
These are still pretty hot.
They're pretty hot.
All right.
All right, I'm ready to
Here we
try
go.
these. They smell really good.
Well, that's tender.
Nice and tender.
Wow, that's
You can
super
see,
tender.
like, hopefully you guys don't get grossed out too much by that, but it bites right off the bone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, what you don't bite stays there, right?
Yeah.
And we always talk about that when we do like barbecue food. We want to make sure that it's tender enough that like you bite cleanly through it, but we don't want it just like falling off when we take a bite.
Right. That's kind of what this is. So the meat's still very juicy. The skin's very crispy. Got that smoky flavor, and you can taste the pickle. The The dill's very strong.
But it's not like super overpowering. It's very complimentary to the chicken itself. I'm really happy with that.
If you wanted to dip this would probably be good in a ranch or our little dill dipping sauce that we've played with.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
Like a dill sour cream or dill mayo. So yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Yeah, I'm down with that. All right, so next up we have we got the sweet heat. We got the jalapeno. What else did we put in there? Cilantro, a little bit of lime, right? A little bit of monk fruit sweetener. And yeah, so you can see that those ones, because we put the sweetener in there, they took on a little bit more color,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But we're still looking for some good flavor to pop. All right.
Skin's more caramelized because of the sweetener.
Definitely, but it is still really good. The meat in it is still pretty tender, pretty juicy. You know.
Still falls off the bone pretty good, but not slide off the bone. Very, very tender meat.
Yeah, overall, I'd say that's a pretty good chicken wing. You know, I would definitely, like, if you want, you could kick that up with some more heat. You could even, you know what, if you want to kick up the lime in it, squeeze some fresh lime over the top of that too, would be pretty good.
Yeah, and if you're a salsa person and like to dip wings in salsa, be a good thing too.
I've never done that. Is that good? All right, so lastly for our wings, we have our garlic rosemary, right? And we went and we put a little bit of Parmesan on top of these, just because, you know, garlic and Parmesan, like, why not? All right, I'm gonna try these.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite so far.
I was just gonna say, I think that might be my favorite one. That's really, really good.
The garlic does pop, and the Parmesan does complement it quite a bit.
Yeah, I think people are gonna love these.
So guys, I bought a 10-pound bag of wings at Costco, and we made 10 pounds of wings. And this isn't all of them either. This is what we fit on the plate.
This is what we put on the plate.
So if you want some food prep for your household of people, this will probably put a smile on some people.
Chicken wings, I think it worked out to be about $2.50 a pound.
What do you think your kids will think of these?
Oh, my kids are gonna, are you kidding? They'll destroy them. That's why we look for things that are $2.50 a pound. Yeah.
And really
No,
not
that's
a
really
lot
good.
of work involved. Like, we went with the 3 different brines. If you just went like with one brine,
It'd be super simple. It literally would have taken maybe
4 hours.
4 hours with about 10 minutes of prep time.
Yeah.
That was it.
It really, like, you just have to keep an eye on them at the end.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So we are all ready for the big game. We've got, let me flip that around so that we can show you guys the rest of our spread. Sorry about the noise. I probably could have picked those up. But this is what we're putting out for our game day. We've got our pigs in a blanket, our keto pigs in a blanket, right? Where we grilled up some hot dogs, rolled them up in some fried cheese.
Cheddar, yep.
Some fried cheddar.
Cheddar, yep.
Of course, all 3 kinds of chicken wings. And then we decided, you know what, we got to have brats,
Yep.
right?
We grilled some brats.
It's great.
Brian came up with spicy mustard to go with it.
Yeah, you know, it's just basically kind of like Carolina spicy,
vinegary
mustard sauce.
It's delicious with those brats. I've already tried them.
Yeah, they go really, really well.
So whatever you guys do for the big game, here's some options for you, keto style. Bring these to a gathering. No one's gonna be mad at you.
No, promise you, promise you. You will be a star. Definitely. So whatever you guys make, please put in the comments. Let us know what you guys are making for your game day plans.
What other kind of snacky things do you want to see us put together for you? Put that in the comments.
That would be, you know, also a beneficial thing to do.
We want to alchemize
Yes.
all your favorite foods.
Absolutely. So, and while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and hit that like button.
And subscribe.
Definitely subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you guys make sure you get all of these awesome videos with our spectacular keto recipes. You're gonna love every single one of them, I promise.
All right, till next time.
All right.
Bye, wizards.
Later, wizards.